Hi, Peter. Thank you very much for coming and talking about the web design.
Oh, you're welcome.
As I sent to you a rough idea what I was looking for, and thank you very much for sending me your terms and conditions, which I'm quite good with it. There's only two things I really like to talk about. As you know, I'm starting a very small business as a death doula. So I'm going to be pretty much a one-man show, and my website should just reflect the services I provide. There are probably going to be some links to other services might be in the area. There's going to be some legal jargon in order to, to cover myself, as well as what I'm looking for is a website where in the long term I'm going to add on as my services will also be I add on. So I will start pretty basic, but I'm hoping that over the next 2 years my business is going to get bigger. So in your proposal you had down that the web design is going to be for 8 weeks. And only after the 8 weeks would you be looking at any changes or any things which I might think might not be correct? Is that time pretty much you set on that time?
In general, that is. I prefer to take on the whole project, design it, and then get back to you to see if you need any adjustments to it.
Okay. Because I was just looking at, I'm want to have that website out and up and running as quick as possible. As the website to start with is going to be a pretty basic one. So I was wondering if there's a possibility that we could reduce the 8 weeks to 6 weeks, and that perhaps after week 2 and after week 4, we could just catch up for an hour and you could just show me where you're at, so I could have maybe an input so that when the website is actually finished after week 6, I pretty much could go ahead and actually make it live. Would that be something you could work around?
Well, in general, I prefer to stick to the 8 weeks. There's just a certain need of process and design. But unless there's something else you have in mind.
No, it was just the 6 weeks. So because it is not that much, it's not very complicated. I want to start a very basic one. So if within 6 weeks we just have a quick catch up, after week 2, as I said, and after week 4, and what I offer in the services, it's going to be pretty standard. So I don't think it will be too difficult to create it. But I was just wondering if there's 6 weeks, you could make an exception and we could do it that way.
Well, I think that could be possible.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I really appreciate that. Now, one of the hard things is when we talk about money. So you had put in that your fixed fee is usually $3,000. Is that non-negotiable, or can one look at a negotiable price?
Well, as you say, it is. It's usually my fee, and being a small business operator. It's usually that is my fee. The 3,000. Unless there's something else you might.
Well, and that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about, is that where my concern is that to get a website and then basically have it and then be left alone with it. So I was wondering if perhaps we could agree on the design itself to be $2,700, and then on a monthly basis I would pay you $300 in order to give me sort of a support.
Excuse me.
That's all right. to give me a support, which however long, and I would pay $300 a month, which would give me in a way a security that if something goes wrong, I could pick up the phone and I know you would support me on it if there's any further fixes, like which might come later on. Because I'm looking at this relationship in the long term rather than just a very short term agreement. So I would want to support you business, and you would help me in the long term by me paying this sort of maintenance support fee, that I feel assured that if any issues I have, I can always rely on you.
All right. Well, maybe that sounds like a workable situation. If you you want to keep using my services,
Yes.
that sounds like something we can work with. Okay.
That's great. That's great, because I understand, like you're a small business. I'm starting a very small business. So yes, I want to support you, and hopefully, like with that, you will be able to support me on that. Would it be possible that you can just redo your terms and condition and send them to me so I can just go through them, and then we can finalize this and sign it and get the job working?
All right. Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Peter.
Okay.